Hey, I'm Jay Kumar, the Bass Blaster, and this is your Seafoam Top 5 of the Week in Bass Fishing. Number 1.
Kevin Van Dam!
Kevin Van Dam!
KVD! Kevin Van Dam! Kevin Van Dam!
Yep, Kevin Van Dam, the guy who's won the most pro tournaments in history, who is definitely the best pro bass angler of all time, and seems to have his name or initials on pretty much every bait Strike King sells, is retiring at the end of this season.
This is going to be my last season fishing professionally on tour.
Now, I asked him why. I mean, he's still fishing really well. He's still winning tournaments. He finished 5th in the Angler of the Year points last season. So why? He just said he felt like it was time, and I gotta give him props for going out on top on his own terms instead of just being out there doing it and kind of fading away. It seems like it's hard for guys at the top of their pro sports to give it up and walk away, and I'm sure it is for Kevin too, but luckily he's in fishing and he can still do it at some other level, and personally I expect him to because he is one of the most competitive people on planet Earth. Now, can bassheads blame forward-facing sonar, sketchy spy balloons, or maybe Boyd Duckett for Kevin Van Dam retiring? Does Tom Brady wish he was the Kevin Van Dam of pro football? Dang straight, man. Number 2. Jacob Wheeler finally showed more of that new Icon LX21 bass boat that he helped design, and here it is. Okay, not really. This is the biggest bass boat launch since Vexus Boats launched a couple years ago, and Jacob and Icon have been letting a little bit out over time until they launch it formally at the BassMaster Classic next month. This week, Jacob finally showed that front deck, and there are a couple interesting things. One is it's real wide, and the second thing is it's designed to have space for a lot of screens at the nose and still have room up there, which is cool. Now, the shape of the front of the boat, kind of how it rolls out before narrowing again and going up to the bow, he said is just really cosmetic. Well, he did more telling than showing in that video, and even Thanos was like,
Reality is often disappointing.
I wonder if Wheeler could take Thanos. Number 3. Man, Texas is kicking out more giant melons than a state fair. The latest being a 17.03 pounder caught by Texas guide Jason Kahn on, of course, O.H. Ivy Reservoir, the hottest big largemouth lake in the country. Outstanding! That fish is the new number 8 on Texas's big bass list of all time. And yes, it was put into the state Share-a-Lunker program, which breeds those big bass to get even more big bass, which is how they have all these big bass in these big bass lakes in the first place. Now, where does he caught it? Using dynamite. Okay, not really. It was an Alabama rig, and for any negative know-it-all fish peeps out there, we got you covered. Ha, gotcha. Don't forget that 7th sense you were born with. A sense of humor. Number 4. All right, we got to shout out 78-year-old Bill Cook, who caught the Toledo Bend, Texas and Louisiana lake record 15.67 pounds in a tournament, a Bass Champs tournament, and it happened to be the biggest fish ever caught in any Bass Champs tournament, which is saying something. Some sticks fished that tournament.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Now, he also caught it on an Alabama rig, and he was fishing that rig because he got spanked on it the prior weekend in a BFL tournament by his co-angler. So what'd he do? He went home, tied one on, watched a bunch of videos, and went out and caught that fish. You're never too old to learn, man. Number 5. What up, Cali? California used to be the land of the 20-pound bass. Check out this list. 10 of the 13 20-pound plus bass ever caught in the history of the world came out of California. Now, that's because they have the right bass, which are Florida strain hybrid bass. They have the right weather, which is warm basically all year, so a long growing season. And they have the right forage, which is stock trout, these little fat bombs that these fish eat and become bloated, disgusting Jabba the Hutt things. Okay, they're really beautiful to me anyway, and probably you. And now we have forward-facing sonar, so what up, California bass peeps? What's up, Butch Brown and all you big swim baiters? You know there's some 20-plus pounders still swimming around in those lakes. So get you some Austin Powers mojo and get after it, man! Alright, that's all I got for you this week. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Seafoam. Go to BassBlaster.com or .rocks to sign up for the juiciest bass juice email you can get. See you next week. God bless you.